Within the pages of Henry James's novella, The Turn of the Screw, we are drawn into the intricate world of a protagonist obsessed with the fantasy of becoming the ideal governess. Yet, as the weight of this responsibility becomes an increasing burden, her flawless facade begins to crack. What emerges as a subtle response to this mounting pressure slowly escalates into something disconcerting, transitioning from an uneasy presence to a menacing force. Her deepening delusions trap the innocent children, placing them in jeopardy as the situation careens out of control. Like the governess, the book tries to keep up the masquerade at first. Neatly structured, it takes a disciplined approach to presenting its content. White pages, the conventional choice in traditional publishing, act as a double meaning, alluding to innocence that she encounters at Bly. However, as the story progresses, traces of personality, unconventional for both her profession and traditional publishing, start to seep through. These manifestations materialise in the form of scattered quotes. A keen reader can sense that something is not right. The once crisp and structured narrative starts to blur. The quotes become fuzzy, repeating and beginning to stray from their firmly gridded places. The distortion causes the reader to question the protagonist's version of events. As her storytelling unravels, the typography grows increasingly dishevelled, until abruptly we are plunged into a void of inky black. This inverse palette serves as a haunting signal that the governess is in the presence of a ghost. The traditional serif typography, while still recognisable, appears patchy, and the leading becomes uncomfortably tight. But just as swiftly as we are thrust into this ominous encounter, we return to normality as the governess's apparition disappears. The fleeting relief was a mere illusion, as more ghosts appear, and we are thrown quickly back into the dark visions, which are only intensifying and growing more frequent. The typography warps, slants, and deteriorates, reflecting the governess's invasive thoughts that sprawl across the page, blurring her sense of reality. The structured body text breaks free during these encounters, abandoning its grid even more to embrace a chaotic dance across the page. As the ghosts appear and vanish, we are tugged back and forth between the white and black pages, but the former loses its battle to the encroaching chaos. With the black pages, her warped reality, now in power, the typography also becomes warped, shifting rapidly between typefaces and point sizes. Miles attempts to speak, his small, pristine type barely visible amid the cacophony. However, the shrieking governess, lost in her delusions, dominates the scene. Her frantic descent into madness is reflected in the typeface, which is rough and full of imperfections. Her text and her thoughts become insanely dramatic, until a pivotal moment occurs. In a crescendo of typography, the massive dominating serif type collides with the ragged type, as her anguished cries finally give way to her rational thoughts. Now louder, these thoughts are pushing her vocalizations away to reveal the white pages of true reality once more. As her thoughts begin to part, she sees clearly the awful truth. The boy's limp in her arms. As reality dawns, the overwhelming thoughts fade away, leaving a single word: devil. The reader is left with a haunting question. Who, in this intricate tale, has been the real devil all along?